I want to introduce to you Kayrita Anderson, who is seizing the moment by investing in inclusion to lift the voices of a truly marginalized population, girls under the age of 18 who've been sexually exploited for commercial gain. Kayrita, please tell us about your investment in inclusion.
10 years ago, I read an article in the newspaper that girls in Atlanta, Georgia were being prostituted. And we became so outraged that we got in touch with the Atlanta Women's Foundation, and from there gathered many local experts on this issue. And what came out of that collaboration was a future, not a past. A future, not a past is seizing the moment to put the right moral spotlight on this issue to prevent and end child prostitution, and to create powerful research collaboration with law enforcement, legislature, and community awareness, and give wraparound services to victims. We're now getting 20-year sentences because of this collaboration for pimps and johns in the state of Georgia. We've already achieved crucial victories, such as the passage of key legislation in the state of Georgia that for the first time targets these predators instead of the victims for exploiting and trafficking these girls. Last year, we received $1.8 million in funding that went to child victim services. Other states should be leveraging this. Research recently carried out by A Future Not a Past in Georgia has found that the number of girls are now 492, almost 500 girls a month. And that's increased 30% since the last quarter. A new demand study in the state of Georgia revealed that 7,200 men are having sex with girls under the age of 18 every month. With the anonymity that technology provides these predators, the demand is at an epidemic level. And the over-sexualization of this society makes everyone vulnerable, every child. And so this is not just a marginalized population, this is everybody's child. To scale up our response to this worsening problem, our Family Foundation has joined the Women's Funding Network and Women's Funds to expand A Future Not a Past across the U.S. And so far, we've partnered with the New York Women's Foundation, Michigan's Women's Foundation, and the Women's Foundation of Minnesota to research how girls are affected in these states, and we are totally alarmed by what we're seeing. In Minnesota, 80 girls are sold for sex every month. In Michigan, 117 girls are sold over Craigslist primarily. This is Craigslist. And in New York, 2,900 girls are sold over Craigslist and escort agencies every month. And now that I'm reading this, those are outdated numbers since I wrote this report. This proves that the issue is not just urban or a border problem, but it is festering across this country in urban and rural areas as well. This is a trafficking problem in the U.S., not just trafficking of girls that are brought into this country, but trafficking of girls who are born in this country. This is everyone's daughter. Everyone is vulnerable just by virtue of being a teenager. These findings underscore our need for strong research on the skyrocketing demand. This is basic economics. 7,000 men, it is on the rise every day. The supply will equal that demand, which means that this leads to related crimes like snatch and grab kidnappings, predators approaching girls on school campuses and streets. This is why I'm calling for an emergency response to this problem. We can take down Craigslist, and that's exactly what I plan to do. I believe wholeheartedly that this is an issue that we can get our arms around to protect girls under the age of 18 and to bring strong penalties against these predators and make it clear that exploited girls are not criminals, they are victims. I challenge everyone to seize this moment with me in this fight by making a crucial investment in the rights of the human rights and health of these girls.
Thank you, Kayrita, and know that Kayrita and her husband Harold put their money where their mouths are and have given over $1 million to move this campaign forward as we work towards eradicating this indeed very serious problem.